Republicans are taking a page from President Trump's playbook. They've been meeting with our next guest about his ideas for paying down U.S. debt, rebalancing the budget. Joining us now, Russ Vought. He was the director of the Office of Management and Budget under President Trump first couple of years and helped develop the former president's budget plan. Russ, it's good to have you on. And, we talk about how long interest rates stayed low. So policymakers haven't been in this type of situation in a while with rates heading higher. Isn't that something we might need to get a little bit concerned about, given the size of what our interest payments are going to be if rates do go up for the next 10 years? I mean, don't we need, this is front and center. And if we're whistling past the graveyard right now, we're going to have some serious problems.
No question, and we saw that with more evidence of that as the 10-year went up over the last 24 hours. And, people said on Congress when we were sending out budgets that had more presidential savings and cuts than any president in history, they were saying, we have these low interest rates and they'll last as far as the eye can see. And I think that's a reality that the Biden administration is not seeing. And they're going to put forward a budget today with that hopefully assumes real 10-year interest rates that are more realistic. And they're going to not deal with the fiscal situation that our country is facing. And I think all of the deficit reduction things that they're putting out is to hide the fact that they're facing $20 trillion in deficits. And their plan is to talk about insulin and put out $3 trillion in tax increases that are not going anywhere, when we're going to have a debate on the debt limit about spending and how to get control of spending. And I think that is how this administration wants to play it. They want to have a class warfare argument about bad proposals that tax unrealized gain. Fine, they can try to have that. They can try to draw Republicans into the Medicare fight one more time. I don't think they will take that bait. But this is going to be a debate about the bureaucracy, about spending cuts to woke and weaponized government that is aimed at the American people and saves money, vast amounts of money over 10 years. We had Speaker McCarthy on, what day is it? I guess we had him on Monday. He pointed out the total interest expense that we've had in history, $9 trillion, and that on the next decade, it's going to be $10.5 trillion. So we're going to have more interest rate expense in the next 10 years than we've had in, I guess, since like 1940 or so. So that's an issue. You used a number there, and I tried to come up with what the total debt will be given the spending that we've announced in the last 2 years. What did you say? You said 10 trillion? They're facing about $20 trillion in additional deficits over the next 10 years. If you look at CBO's baseline, okay, they may have a little bit of different baseline themselves when they come out today, but that's the order of magnitude, and that's what you're looking at adding to the national debt over the next 10-year period. And our point is, we got to start somewhere. We have to start making cuts to spending, and we've got to do it where there has been a total unseriousness on both parties' part to tackle any type of spending restraint.